It's your boy Jay back with another reaction video. Whatever's on the noggin, where we sit here and discuss about whatever's on the noggin. I truly appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel. You see that like button below? Hit it. You see that bell icon in the corner? Hit it so you can be notified when my videos drop. And as always, giving credit to the content creator of these videos. Let's get into this. What is this? Section 8 Part 3. Oh hell, these ladies in a real uproar right now with this new law that Trump just passed. Let's get into this.
2 years ago when me and my daughter were going to be homeless, and the shit is not fucking open because people from fucking 20 years ago get on fucking Section 8 and stay on Section 8 because they're just comfortable being broke as fuck. Like, Section 8 is for you to get your money up because they're paying like most of your fucking bills. People get on there and they get comfortable. It's like people are comfortable living in fucking poverty if they're getting help. Like, that just don't make no sense to me. But those are my thoughts. So
I agree with you because I honestly believe, well, it's not honestly believe, I know for a fact that people that been on Section 8 for years, and I argue, what about the disabled people? The veterans, the homeless out here that need that little leg up to try to get ahead, but you have all these women that keep pushing out these children. That's why that keep on pushing out these children, and there's no opportunities like for this lady or for nobody that's disabled or no veterans to get into none of these programs because women that keep having all these children get dependent off of the government. So I totally agree with what she's saying, and I agree with Trump passing this new law too. So
fucking Section 8ers that have been on there for fucking ever, bitch, get your shit together and get the fuck off so people that actually need it now can get it.
Totally agree.
So apparently Trump is proposing a bill that will cut Section 8 funding. You don't have to be someone that utilizes Section 8 to see the damage that this man is trying to cause. Why is it when money needs to be cut, they want to try to take from low-income families, but not make their rich friends pay their taxes? If the people who were well off would just...
Well, my argument to be to you, why can't low-income families or low-income people be responsible, take accountability for their actions? Everybody have free will out here, so if you choose to sit down and have kid after kid, and in your little brain, you thinking that the government is going to support that shit and that it's not going to be a change. Tell me one thing that lasts forever. I'm still waiting. Thought so.
Just pay their taxes. No money will need to be cut. And people seem to think that, oh, ghetto people are just the ones with Section 8. No, it is made for low-income families, people with disabilities, veterans, people that just need help paying their rent.
I totally agree with what you sitting there saying, but the facts are, you know, it is for low income families, and it ain't just ghetto people on it. But if you want to look at the statistics, most of the ghetto, as you quote, most of the ghetto women are on Section 8. The women that I know is on, the people that I know is on Section 8, and they are women. I don't know not one man, since we all in this equality with genders, with male and females and everything equal, why don't I see more men or disabled veterans getting Section 8 apartments? I believe I want my tax dollars to go to that, not to these ghetto ratchet women that have a mindset, let me just keep on popping out babies so the government can help me. And I'm glad Trump putting an end to that bullshit.
It just seemed like to me that they like to attack groups that are the most vulnerable instead of getting more money from the...
Honey, take accountability.
Groups that are more stable. That's just crazy to me. And at some point you got to think, these people are really evil. You're cutting funding from people who already can't afford their housing. How?
No, sweetheart, I argue that you're evil, and people that have that same mindset that you have is evil because you taking from the taxpayer dollars. And I totally agree. I mean, I can assume that the taxpayer dollars they don't want their money going into that. So no, what's evil is having that mindset, not taking accountability and getting out here like everybody else have to do, work your fucking ass off and pay your fucking bills. Kind of lazy. And this should be a wake-up call to a lot of you dickhead dudes out here that sit here and sleep with women like this right here. Be prepared for child support, you idiots.
How evil do you sound? Section 8 has paved the way for many people to be able to have roof and housing over their heads. So to make that a primary focus for cutting, it's just weird to me. Diabolical, if you will.
You guys can be mad at me all you want, but Section 8 doesn't know that you just dropped $3,000 on your daughter's prom. I have a neighbor who has been on Section 8. Do you know that her portion of rent is $300 and change? Do you know that my landlord had to take her to court for eviction? She's got 3 kids in a 4-bedroom apartment. My landlord had to take her to court for eviction.
3 kids in a 4-bedroom apartment. Now I want y'all to hear this. 3 kids in a 4-bedroom apartment. How much was her rent?
To get his money. She was like 6 months. You don't have $300?
$300 is her rent, and she was 6 months behind in a 4-bedroom apartment. $300. You give anybody else that opportunity for a 2-year span to pay $300 in rent, they wouldn't need Section 8 after 2 years. That'd have been accumulated enough money to just go buy them a house. But you have women like, not her, but she explaining about her neighbor, who people like that who just sit there and use the system up.
You don't have $300. Me, I'm paying just about $2,100 cash, no assistance. And I struggle too.
That's the point. She says she paying $2,100. The other lady paying $300 and she can't pay her rent. It ain't the fact that she couldn't pay her mortgage or pay part of her rent. It's just that these women, most of them, not all, but the majority of them, they just make bad decisions, man. That's why you cannot follow the majority of these women out here. And this wake up to the guys out here, man. You cannot follow the majority of these women. Y'all have to be strong leaders and stand up and say something to Big Mama when Big Mama running her damn mouth. You need to put Big Mama in her place. A Big Mama can just go out there in the streets and just go struggle on her own. She'll come running back. They always do.
You don't have $300? And it's not that a lot of these people don't have $300. It's just that they're not willing to pay it. They're not going to pay it. Because it's the feast of the famine, and they know that they have these systems to back them up. I know because I lived it and I did it.
I know you guys saw what Trump said about food stamps and all the government assistance, Section 8, and it's about time. And I'm not trying to bash on anyone that is on Section 8 or food stamps, because that's you, do your thing. But so many people milk it. Like, there's so many people that could actually use the help and they can't because they work too much or whatever. They make too much. But how is that fair when you're literally just sitting home, not working, and you're getting all these benefits? Like, that's just not fair. And don't get me wrong, because I've been on food stamps before. And obviously I'm not on food stamps anymore. I was on it a couple years ago. 7 years. My son's about 7, so
There ain't nothing wrong with getting government help, but just don't stay on it forever if you're not disabled or a veteran, is what my opinion is. If you're a veteran or disabled physically to where you cannot work, then I get it. The benefits should be for people like that, not for able-bodied people that's able to work and have that mindset of having kids to be an agenda just to be lazy and live off their damn kids. And there's a majority of women, because the fathers is not in the house because the women get rid of them and the guys are no damn good. So you can't blame the daddies. The women are raising these monsters, and this is the result of it. That's why you need a two family household. Women are all that single shit. That shit finna come to an end. Look, ladies, winter is here. It's finna get cold. What are y'all gonna do?
remember when he was born, I did qualify for WIC, food stamps and all that. But Section 8 and food stamps and all those benefits are not made to, like, for you to stay on them forever. Like, I saw a video on a woman that said she was on them since she was 19 and she's in her 30s. Like, girl, what do you mean? Like, go get a job and go provide for your 6 kids. Like, how are you going to be on food stamps and rely on the government for, like, your entire life? You know what I mean?
Section 8 is giving a maximum of 2 years. And this for all new applications. I don't know if y'all have heard this or not, But y'all, I think it's about time we figure out what we're gonna do. And when I say we, I mean you, because they was not about to let me have it. I agree, because we all know people will sit on there for years and years and years and never elevate, never do nothing with it, never use it to get...
They'll stay on it for years and years and years and also play the victim when people like us or people like her bring stuff out that's irrelevant to the situation that's going on at hand. We're the monsters. And the people that's on Section 8 receiving all these government helps, they the victims, right?
Somewhere else, or oh, I'm gonna use it so I can stack some money to get a house. You know how it's supposed to go. Then y'all want to cry and tell me this is not all this and that. This is not fair. I'm a single mother. I got 5 kids, 10 kids, 15 kids with me. First of all, nobody told you to have that many kids.
Exactly.
Okay? We all can get access to birth control the same way, sis. Okay? And nobody told you to go lay down with Derek and Kevin and Kenneth.
Exactly. And nobody gonna feel bad off of your bad decision that you ladies make to go get with these, how you'll call it, no good niggas, because that's the decision that you making. Women, you have to realize that y'all own possessions of y'all bodies. So for us to come ask y'all for sex, y'all is ultimately left up to y'all to sit here and say yes or no. So if you sit here saying yes to a bunch of crumb snatching ass dudes out here that's not no good for you, then what decision, what can we say about you for making that bad decision? Shit, the good guys just no man, I'm gonna say this, no man play another man save game. If these women got kids from all these other guys out here, then let them other guys take care of these women. I don't feel like no good man should come and save these damn hoes. Let them drown, man. Let them go.
We all knew from the jump that they was never gonna do nothing.
People fail to realize that Section 8 is to help you get back on your feet. It is not meant for your granny, for your mother, for your great granny, for your kids, for your kids' kids, to be living in there for years only paying $200 of rent, paying $0 for groceries. Like, when I say there has been generations of families living off of Section 8, that is taking advantage of the system.
It is.
If y'all are only paying $200 to $300 every month, paying $0 in groceries, where is all that money that y'all are getting going? Y'all are supposed to be saving up y'all money so y'all can get out from the program and then actually go into housing, getting your own place, doing whatever you have to do for yourself.
Exactly.
But no, what do people do? They take advantage. They don't leave any space for the next set of people. I mean, do y'all see the waiting list for Section 8 for housing vouchers, etc.? It's actually disgusting. Like, it's that bad. It is not fair that somebody who is capable of working does not want to go to work just so they can keep their government benefits. I'm so glad that Trump is taking this issue away, because all I see on my TikTok is people now crying because they can't get groceries. What happened to all that money y'all was making over work when y'all only paying $200? It just don't add up, and I'm just so happy. It's about time that this issue stops. If you are able to work, go to work. Stop being lazy, bro. I'm so sick of that shit. Like, bro, I go to work every single day. I work 6 days a week. I have my side hustle on TikTok. Like, people really have to stop depending on the government to do everything for them, because that's like no. Y'all gotta give other people a chance.
Excuse me.
Y'all, the fact that Trump said that you don't qualify for Section 8 or housing if you're not a veteran or you're not disabled, I don't know when it's going into effect, but I know it has.
It need to go into effect immediately, because exactly what he's sitting there saying is what I just agreed on. I feel like it should be for the veterans and disabled people, not for all these women that sit here having all these crumb snatching kids.
Been talked about, and it should be taking place. These landlords, it has sparked up a conversation between these landlords, because these landlords like, hey, hold up. Now, we used to get our money on time every month, regardless of what's going on. See, they gonna pay, Section 8 gonna pay them, and then you gonna pay your little portion of whatever your little portion is. Yeah. But when you snatch that away, and then people say, all these young mothers.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Everybody had an equal opportunity out here to get out here and do something different with their life.
That's true.
Everybody. What if that was never in effect? What if we never had Section 8? What if we never had housing? What if there was never no type of government
You know, if that was the case, then most of these women, my opinion on that is most of these women wouldn't be out here divorcing their husbands or leaving none of these guys. They'd be treating most of these men with more respect than the way that they treat them. If it wasn't none of these government programs to back these women up or to back these feminists up.
Assistant, who would you be blaming then? And we ain't just talking about ladies and gentlemen. We talk about them landlords as well. What would you do then?
Okay, so I would have hit the subject about the new 2026 Section 8 law that's coming into play. You get what I'm saying? We got to speak about this. Now, it's a lot of people that feel away, you know, or whatever the case may be, because the laws are changing and the rules are changing when it comes to the Section 8, you know, requirements, basically. And the limited time that you get to be on it. And typically, like, I don't mean to be rude, and I'm sorry if people feel offensive when I say this, but I like the new change. I like the new change that's going on, because it's too many people in this world, on top of it's people that I even know, that have had that for a long time. And then it's people that really need it out here, and they're not able to get it. They're not able to even get in line. Even when the line opens, you don't even get a call back. You don't get a letter for damn near generations the fuck on. Your kids are damn near grown. And then you got people out here that have had it for a long time. They get old and they pass it on to their kids. Then their kids pass it on to their kids. You know what I'm saying? And then they get comfortable being on it. And then they sit and they talk about people that don't get those assistance as if there's some type of bums out here. Like, I don't understand, you know? But I totally agree with it, and I feel like everybody needs a chance to be able to get that break in life, whatever the amount is, to be able to get that break in life, to get their shit together. And I feel like within a 2-year basis and having that type of help, you should be able to get your shit together. Because I know the type of grinder I am, the type of hustler I am.
Think about it. Like that last lady said, the lady in a 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom, 3 bath or something like that, apartment or a house or something like that for just $300. Imagine that. Imagine giving this lady or people like myself to be on this program for 2 years to where my rent is just $300 versus $2,100 or $1,400. Get the fuck out of here, man.
You give me some cheap ass rent or something that's decent, and you tell me you got 2 years to get your shit together. Oh yeah, most definitely I'm on it.
Oh yeah.
I feel like a lot of people have taken advantage of that. You got Section 8, you got county, you probably getting some type of, I don't know, SSI or some shit for your kids. I don't fucking know. And then you getting all type of different benefits on after that. And it's just like, goddamn, like, how do you think you gonna feel? How do people think that they would feel if something like this did happen one day? Like, it shows you that a lot of people didn't think that this would happen one day, you know? So they in distraught right now. They like, oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Because you know why? Because they think shit lasts forever, but in their little brains, they should know nothing lasts forever.
You're gonna do exactly what the fuck we've been doing. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do exactly what the fuck we've been doing. You're going to get out here and you're going to pay rent just like we had. And you're going to give somebody else a chance to take a break.
Especially if you're able-bodied to work, you can get out here and work. No more being lazy and being bums and pushing out babies.
Life and be able to feed their motherfucking kids and be able to feed themselves and do the shit that y'all been doing. Y'all sitting back eating steaks and motherfucking crab legs and shrimp and all types of fucking shit, home cooked meals every night, motherfucking kitchen packed up from the bottom to the motherfucking top. Bitch, you don't run out of motherfucking groceries. You don't run out of groceries. And then you got people out here, this some real ass shit. You got people out here that won't even go and won't do better for themselves. They won't go out here and they won't do better for themselves. They won't escalate their life. They won't try and become anything. They don't try and become better. They don't try and go get more because they're used to that. And the reason, and it's sad because they know that if they were to go and try and get more or be better, that would make their rent go up.
Yep.
Either that or they just wouldn't qualify for Section 8 anymore. So what they do is they limit their self in life. They allow themselves to be bums. Yep. They allow themselves to not, you know, go out here and do what the fuck they gotta do. And then they sit and they talk about people that do and that's struggling. I don't get it, but all I gotta say is I agree with it. I agree with it, and and the fuck I'ma say, I will be motherfucking speeding to the motherfucking line. What you talking about? I will be there as soon as the line opens, as soon as 2026 hit. He talking about the time limits and he dropping it. Oh yeah, I'm applying. Don't play.
I know that's right. I need to apply my damn self. But the fact of the matter is, I'm glad that Trump has came into office and changing and shaking this shit up, because, you know, it for the longest, it hasn't been fair just to be one-sided towards women and kids with this Section 8, when it's a lot of veterans and disabled people, especially veterans, people that done put their life on the line for other people that's having these babies to be free out here. Then why not give it to the veterans? They should have, the veterans and the disabled people should have the first go at a lot of these things. And I assume that a lot of these people that's paying taxpayers would agree with me too. Also agree with me too. But you're gonna have a lot of salty people out here like, man, I don't know what to do. Get out here and get a fucking job like everybody else work. When I sit there and see that, I'm like, welcome to my world. Figure it out like how the average American have to figure it out, but make the right decision. Most of these women make the wrong decision anyway. Get what I'm saying? Even half of them don't even know what they want to eat for lunch. I mean, but then I ask them what they want to eat, they don't know. And I ain't just picking, that's just the mentality and what you see. So I'm glad that Trump dropping the hammer down, and, you know, people that's on Section 8, y'all ladies, only thing I can say that winter is coming. Ladies, winter is coming. It's gonna be cold. What you gonna do? Well, that's it for another episode. Like I said, it'll be a true blessing if you could subscribe to my channel. If not, then fuck it. Who gives a shit? I'ma still get the views anyway. With that said, peace, love, safety. Jay is out.